Hey, welcome back or welcome if it's your first time here. So today we're going to try some new makeup, but it's mainly just going to be like a good old get ready with me on a really lovely day today. Even though it's like mid-January, it's like the sun is out, it is hot, it is lovely. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. If you like it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and let's go. Okay, so today we're actually going to start with some new skincare stuff. So I picked these bits up both from B&M. So I grabbed this. This is the Creighton's Salicylic Acid Intense Serum. It's got 2% salicylic acid in it. It's meant to target breakouts by helping to reduce blemishes, pores, and blackheads. So grabbed that, and then there's also this. So this is from Skin Techniques, which is a new brand I've seen at B&M. I've tried actually their, I'm using their toner right now, their vitamin C toner. I've also tried their, I think it's like a face scrub. They also have some sheet masks that I tried that I didn't like, and I'm not enjoying their face scrub. But the rest of it that I've tried, I do quite like. So I grabbed this. So this is a vitamin C eye serum. So it's meant to hydrate and revitalize, meant to repair the skin around the eyes and improve the appearance of wrinkles and dark circles. So I personally have never actually used a eye serum before, so I thought that we would try this. And the reason I'm doing it now is because it actually says on here, apply onto clean skin before you apply your concealer or foundation. So I thought that was cool. So this is what the bottle looks like. So I'm just gonna like take some and like pop it on my hand, because I imagine, like, what else am I supposed to do? And I'm just gonna like dab it around my eye, and I'm gonna do my whole eye area because I get like a lot of darkness, as you can see, like up in this area, but also a lot of dryness. It doesn't really have a scent, which I appreciate, especially when it's going near my eyeballs. It feels super nice. It's not irritating at all. It feels super lightweight. It feels like it's like sinking in really nicely. I'm also going to take a little right here, because it says it diminishes wrinkles. This is essentially the only place that I have wrinkles, which is just bleeding smile lines. It's the only place I have wrinkles for now. But these ones especially annoy me. Like, obviously I have fine lines under my eyes and stuff, but I'm fine with that. I still have a bit left over. I'm just going to rub it into my hand. So that was like one of these droppers that I used. And yeah, I don't feel like you'd need a lot with this. Okay, so today, as always, we're going to start with the eyeballs. So I am going to move my water, even though I don't have any room on my desk. I'm going to prime with some concealer like I normally do, and I do have a new one. So this is from W7. This is their light diffusing concealer. Just let me take this tag off. Okay, so yeah, this is it. They only had 3 shades, and I got it in the shade Nudie, which was the lightest. So it's one of these twist ones that like everyone's coming out with. Give it a few twists until product starts coming out. Oh, finally got some. I know, baby. You can't eat them. Okay, so I'm just gonna... So because... Oh, let me go see. Because I only had 3 shades of this, and also it's a light diffusing concealer, I'm guessing it's not meant to have a lot of coverage. I'm not gonna lie, I hate these kinds of applicators. Like, it's very hard to like judge how much you're getting on, and also it's just super messy. Like, I really don't like this style of thing, but yeah, this is gonna be really sheer. Which I know that a lot of people say this, but I'm definitely of the mindset of like, I would rather have a lighter coverage foundation and then like actually have coverage in my concealer, because like it's very rare that I need like a tiny amount of coverage around my eyes, because it's where I'm the darkest. But like my face, depending on like how I'm feeling, I can go for like lighter coverage if like I'm having a good skin day, or like my rosacea's not too bad. It's having a little bit of problems blending out, but like that could be the eye serum that we have on underneath. So I'll try both of them with different things. So it actually covered like the darkness on my eyes pretty well. Like it concealed nicely. It's not the fullest coverage thing, but it's not supposed to. It's not claiming to be. So for eyes, I have something new to try. It is this. So this is from MUA Makeup Academy. This is the Eyeshadow Stylo Duo Cream Eyeshadow Stick. It does not say what shade mine is in, but it's like the brownie toned one. So on one side you have like a matte, and then on the other side you have like a shimmer. Why can't I speak? I have tried this once, as you can probably see, but I actually didn't like it and I ended up wiping it off. So let's hope for a better result today. Gonna grab a brush. This doesn't seem to be creasing too much, actually, this concealer. So I'm just gonna... Do we have any idea of what I'm gonna do? No. I'm gonna swipe that here. So like it's pretty creamy from the offset. So I'm just gonna try this in like building this up in little layers, because the last time I think I went like on with too much to start off with. It's a nice pretty natural brown. I would say that it looks a bit like warmer toned in the actual thing than it comes up on your eyes, but I'm okay with that. It's like not the creamiest thing, like it feels more waxy, like it does drag like a little bit on the eye, especially if you have something down, but it's fine. Okay, it's definitely like looking a bit patchy. Like it seems to be having a little bit of a hard time blending. Let's just see actually. Can you blend this with your finger? So this is like okay. I feel like you would like it if you like this sort of thing. Where the fuck did I put the lid? I found it a little bit difficult to blend out, especially with precision. It blends out like okay with your finger, but then you sort of have no control over where it's going. I feel like it's just like a very natural kind of like wash of colour. They have different colours as well, by the way, if you don't like the brown. It's nice, but I feel like it's very natural, and I feel like the reason I didn't like it the first time I tried it was because it didn't seem to really dry down. It seemed to sort of always have like this cream look to it, which I didn't love. But let's try the shimmer. Put it like right in the center. Is that doing anything? I can't tell. Like that looks pretty, but then like it sort of like blends away. Okay, no, that actually looks quite nice. I like this, I like the metallic side. It's very pretty, but it also like looks super oily. Like I feel like I can see my creases, so I don't think that this is gonna wear very well. Using like a teeny tiny angle brush, I am gonna try it and see if I can like build this up to get like a darker like wing. So let's see if I can like intensify the color. I'm just gonna grab my Profusion Mystical palette. I have a review on this. I'm just taking this shade right here, mix in maybe a little bit of this shade, the warmer shade. Okay, so that is the eyes. Now I'm just going to prime the face quickly. I normally do this beforehand. I think I just forgot. I'm going to use my NYX Bear With Me Prime, Set and Refresh Multitasking Spray. And then while that is still wet, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Blemish Fighting Putty Primer. So while I'm waiting for that to sink into my skin, I just want to share with you some other new bits that I got recently. I'm not going to use them in this video because they're not like makeup and things, but I just wanted to share with you some stuff I got. I picked up these, which I am using in my hair today. These I just picked up from Tesco's. I think they were like from Claire's. They're just like loads of little colourful little hair elastics, which have been so much more helpful in trying to like accomplish the braids. You would have seen like in my last video I tried the braids, and I've tried it a few times, but like the bobbles I've been using, like these these kinds of things just make it like almost impossible, whereas these little like elastic things are so cute and they're just really, really helpful. Another thing I got is I got this. I haven't actually smelt this yet. This is from Miss So. This is the Sunset Sky Eau de Parfum Peach, Bellini and Vanilla Musk. So I grabbed it because I had that one from Primark ages ago. I don't know if you remember. That was ew, that's a really weird colour. That was called like Peach Bouquet. So I haven't actually smelt this yet. Let's do it together. Okay. It kind of just smells like fruit. Like, it doesn't really smell like a perfume. Firstly, it's not very strong. Secondly, it kind of smells like fruit mixed with like cat wee. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all, actually. So yeah, would not recommend. It was only like £1 something, which is why I picked it up. Maybe it'll get better as the day goes on. You know how sometimes like you need like the sweat to like mix with it? It smells less like cat wee now. I think maybe it just needs to sink in. I will report back to you with that in a minute. Another new thing I got is I just grabbed some sheet masks from B&M. I grabbed these ones. These are the Fennel Brightening Sheet Mask. I got these because when the B&M ones have this bit at the top that's made in Korea, they're normally super good sheet masks. So I grabbed whatever one said they're made in Korea. These were the only ones. But it's basically meant to be a superfood mask that rejuvenates skin, rich and powerful natural nutrients to help calm and soothe skin for a vibrant feel. A vibrant feel? What? Okay. Anywho, I also grabbed this. So it's just like a hanging frame. I got it from B&M for £1.99. I grabbed this because I don't know if you would have seen it, but essentially here on the wall we have like a massive, I guess kind of like a gallery wall. I don't know. It's like a collage wall. We just have a bunch of mix and match of pictures and paintings. Like I paint. I don't know if anyone knows that, but I paint. So we have some of my paintings up on the wall. We have pictures. We have some, what's it called, caricature art from when we went to Spain. Like there's just like a bunch of stuff. So I grabbed this to put up on our wall. The last thing I got were these. I got these from Tesco's and they were £35. I got them in a size 8. I hope you can see them. I hope that the camera doesn't just like wash it out. But they're like these, the hiker boots is what they're called. They had these ones in black and then they also had ones in like a tan and camel kind of colour. I grabbed these ones and they're like furry on the inside. They also have a zip to like help you get in. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a zip here to help you get into them. And the only reason I got these was, you probably can't see, but basically the dogs have destroyed my shoes, my Adidas, completely destroyed. They've literally like ripped off the laces, they've ripped the shoes, just like they're destroyed. And I have needed new shoes and also like wellies for a long time, because obviously when we walk the dogs, my trainers are just getting soaked. So I picked these up because out of all of the thousands of boots I have tried, these are the only ones that would fit over my ankle. So if you don't know my boot struggle, I've spoke about it in a couple of like Primark hauls or come shop with me's. Basically last year, it would have been 2 years ago now, wouldn't it? Not last year, the year before in November, I severely broke my ankle. Like I broke every bone in my ankle essentially, and every structure. I had to have like multiple surgeries for it. But now my ankle is so chubby with the metalwork in there, and also I have arthritis there as well, so my joint is pretty much continuously swollen. Like my ankle is massive, so it doesn't fit in anything. Like no boot I've tried fits in it, but these, they fit in. So I've been eyeing these up for like a while now. I think the first time I tried them on was a few months ago, but I couldn't justify £35 on a pair of shoes. So I've been looking and looking and looking. I still haven't found anything, so I finally decided to get them, and I really like them. I haven't worn them yet. I'm going to wear them literally when we go to take the dogs out in a minute. But yeah, I really like them. Anyway, back to the skin. Let me try... Should I try the concealer before foundation? I should, shouldn't I? So again, we're doing this W7 Light Diffusing Concealer. like you can just see that it's going to be sheer. Like it's just so streaky. Like it really doesn't look like it has any pigment in it at all. Let me do one side of my face compared to the other. So let's try and cover some of these places where I've been picking my skin. So let's try and get some actual coverage. Should I use a brush? I don't really like using brushes, so I'm just going to use my sponge that I always use. Okay, so that is that's just one layer of it essentially. So you can see the direct comparison side by side. It really does not do a lot. I added like the tiniest bit of colour in here, but it really hasn't done much. It also wasn't the easiest to blend out. Like I felt like I kept getting streaks and it didn't seem very easy to blend. I'm gonna build this up a little. But there was one like this actually, like the only style of this sort of thing that I have liked, and it was one by Body Collection. They have something like this that I actually used to love. It had like a lot more coverage than this, a lot more pigment in it, but it still was like light diffusing. It honestly doesn't really look like anything on my skin. Like it doesn't look like I'm wearing anything. When I look up close to it and I move my head, you can definitely see that it's very like radiant and light deflecting. So it does look like natural skin. Like it doesn't really look like I have anything on. Okay, so with this concealer, I think depending on what look like you're going for, if you're going for like the natural no makeup look, I think this is really good. Like it gives a little bit of coverage. Like it basically color corrects the dark spots a little, like not too much, so it still looks natural, and it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup like on the actual skin, apart from it is sinking into my creases. But other than that, it looks really good on my skin. Like it looks super natural and very like skin like because of the radiance to it, because like your actual skin has like, it's not like matte, you know. With this one, I'm gonna use my good old Essence Fresh and Fit foundation because it's like pretty like light. Well, it's not too light coverage, but it can be pretty light coverage, which I feel like will go with this more sort of like natural look. So I've just took one pump like directly on my sponge. And you'll see that like this foundation for the most part, like it can even things out a little, but like you can still see like marks through. Okay, so with this concealer, I get the gist with it that like if I set it, it's gonna take away any coverage that it might have. Because essentially a product like this that's light diffusing, it doesn't have like coverage or pigment in it. Basically what it does is that the light reflects stuff, so it makes it look like the skin here isn't as dark as it is, but the second that I mattify that down, it'll basically ruin that illusion, and then it'll look like I have super dark under eyes. So this kind of thing is good if you like don't want to set and you want like a very natural look. But I mean, if you're going for a natural look, you probably won't set anyway. I definitely want more coverage on my blemishes, so I'm going to go in with another concealer. I'm just going to use my the Juvia's Place one. That was too much. If I'd have thought about it though, I should have done this first, because now I'm just going to have weird white spots everywhere. So if you are wanting to super conceal like a couple of spots, definitely do this first, unless the concealer obviously matches things perfectly. Okay, so now we're gonna do some cream bronzer and cream blush. I don't have a new one. I'm actually going to use my Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Concealer in Deep Caramel. This isn't my favourite cream bronzer thing. My favourite one is that one from, what the hell is it called? From Collection, that I use all the time, but I'm just going to use this today. Because I'm planning on doing a declutter video after this. I've already like gone through and had a little look, because the main reason I want to do one is because I'm having to declutter a lot of older makeup that's kind of just been sat in my collection and I haven't used, and then it's expired. So I'm trying to use stuff like this a bit more. Okay, and then for blush, I'm gonna be using my Technic Cheeks Gel Blusher in, shade are you in the shade Flirt. So does that, it kind of matches my t-shirt. It's pretty neon. I'm just gonna take this brush and I'm gonna like work it in over my hand a little and then go on. Okay, so this is how the complexion is looking. So I am going to bring you closer. I am going to set under my eyes because I've like blended this out a few times now, and I keep getting creases. I'm going to be using my PS Blurred Out Skin Conditioning Universal Blurring Primer. This is from Primark. I'm just going to make sure first that all of the creases are out, and then I'm just going to dip into my powder and then take that on my palm and then take whatever's left. So set, my skin actually looks pretty okay, but like it does definitely look darker here. I did bring that Juvia's Place concealer up a little bit higher. I didn't bring it directly under my eyes, but I definitely brought it in this zone to brighten things up a bit. But it still looks dark under my eye. So that concealer, like, I would say that it's better not being set, like the actual look of it, but then it just creases, so I'm not really sure, because you would think like a concealer like that, like it wouldn't be so creasy, because then it definitely needs to be set. Anywho, let's finish up the makeup. I don't think I have any new bronzers or anything. I'm actually going to use this one today. Haven't used it in a while, and considering I'm feeling the weather and everything today, I'm going to use this. So this is, I don't know, I don't think so. Put some clothes on. Yeah. No, you can leave the door open. Love you.
I don't like equal responsibility. I'm not a fan of that.
So this is the Sunkissed, Pretty Sunkissed bronzer infused with minerals. I'm just going to swirl. So this is glowy as well, as you can see. It's got like a gold highlight kind of thing in there. Using the same brush, I'm going to use this today. This is the Essence The Blush in 80 Breezy. Beautiful. And then for highlight, you know, I don't actually do highlight much anymore. But for this look, considering it's not really... you know, I'm testing some new makeup and stuff and whatever, I'm going to use this. So this is from Revolution. This is the Peach Champagne Pearl Lights Loose Highlighter. So I've had this for a while, like I'm talking a while. And the reason I don't get rid of it is because it's just so pretty on the skin. It's not, like, it's pretty texturizing, as all sort of like loose highlighters are. But I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. I'm just going to get some on my brush. I'm using the same brush that I just used for my other stuff. I'm going to do some of that first. And I'm going to use it, I guess, kind of like as a blush topper, because it is kind of pinky. Anyway, now I'm going to take my NYX Brow Glue and sort my brows out. So this is a new way I've been doing it, and I did test this Barry M1 again. I tested it like how I'm doing now, so before I had any product in, and it wouldn't work for me. It just would not move my brows, it wouldn't keep them up. So I definitely would not recommend that Barry M1. The NYX Brow Glue is way better. Okay, so whilst I'm waiting for my brow glue to dry, I'm gonna add a bit more contour, because I went and looked myself in the bathroom mirror, and my face looked very like blushy, but it didn't look like it had a lot of structure. So I'm going to be using this. This is my Essence Contouring Duo palette. It's in Light Skin. I'm going to mix both of them. And I'm just going to use it on this brush, make them blush brush. It's just like an angled brush. Okay, quick update on that eyeshadow. That has creased, I think, pretty badly. It's not looking very good. Like, I've only had this on for like less than an hour, and it looks so oily. It doesn't look good. So So it's like the one thing with it is like it doesn't set down. Like it never sets down. Even the matte bit, it just does not fully set. So I don't like that, and I already know that it's not going to wear great because it's literally already coming off. So I am going to quickly again take my Profusion Mystical palette, and I'm going to take
Cameron.
Is Cameron wearing clothes?
Cameron is wearing clothes, I know.
Yay! Okay, so the first one I'm going to take is actually going to be this shimmer, and I'm going to take it on dogs. Okay, so taking this one first, and I'm taking it on, it's more like a fluffy brush, but it's like, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like a flat brush but fluffified. So taking that, and I'm just gonna like blend that in here. So I wanted it on like a more fluffier brush so I could actually like blend it out as opposed to like just stamping the colour. So hopefully it'll look a bit more natural in a minute. Oh, why does it smell this? Like, can you come in the room? I love you.
You don't know about my smile, so
Anyway, the next colour I'm just going to take is, I'm going to mix these two again, which is what I did for my wing. Okay, so I've pretty much finished my eye makeup, and I have decided that I don't like the MUA eyeshadow stylo because it stays super balmy. It's not even very good as like a base because of how like balmy and oily it is. It just like makes creases. I've had these that I've wanted to play around with for ages, but I just keep forgetting. They're just like little gem things. I might put like one of these on. I think I just got these from like Poundland or like Home Bargains. Okay, so now my next step is I'm gonna spray just like my nose with my NYX Bear With Me, because I want to put some freckles on. So for that I'm going to use my Primark Line and Define Brow Duo, so my brow pencil, and I'm just basically going to do loads of random dots. And then I take my beauty blender, what do I call that? My beauty sponge, my makeup sponge, whatever, and I blend it out. Okay, now it's time to finish my brow routine. So then I take that same exact pencil and I just run through here. So anyway, then brush back through the brows, find the pencil lid thing because I keep losing it, and then I'm going to take my brush that I have my setting powder on and just quickly run over. If necessary, I do take more powder, but like I tap it off on my hand like I did the first time, and voila. I'm going to use this one. This is from Essence. This is a soft and precise lip pencil in the shade Legendary. Shut up. No one needs to know. They all think I'm youthful. Anyway,
your rhinestones are falling no one.
Shut up. I like my rhinestones. It's the trend. You don't know anything. So this is the lip liner, and I'm going to add on a bit of this. So this is my Poundland Makeup Gallery All About the Pout Colour Moisture Lipstick in the shade 23 London. And then on top of that, I'm going to add my Essence Shine 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 Wet Lip Gloss in the shade. It does not have a shade on it. I've like rubbed it off. But it's like this peachy pink toned colour. I need some like flowers or something for my hair. It'd be so cute, like a little flower. Alright, so I've had this makeup on for a few hours, probably like 5 or 6 hours, something like that. So I just thought that I'd show you it before I go bath and stuff, and just show you how everything is holding up. So I haven't touched anything up, I literally haven't done anything with it. So I also wanted to be noted that I haven't done any sort of like extreme activity. I've just like walked the dogs around a little, spent a lot of time on like the laptop and stuff, and obviously like doing housework. So I've got like smudging of my mascara, which I used my one from Primark that I like, this Aqua Lashes, but it can sometimes smudge when there's like a tacky concealer underneath, so I just thought I'd point that out. My eyeshadow still like looks creasy as all hell, and it still like looks really oily. It looks okay from a distance, but when you actually get like up close and look at it, it's like super creasy. Don't mind the dogs, they're just playing. So yeah, overall I feel like this makeup wore maybe a little better than I was expecting. Definitely the base complexion, I don't know, I felt like that concealer was gonna just like maybe like go into my fine lines, or maybe it was gonna like, you know, when it starts looking like kind of like scaly, I thought it was gonna do that. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick little update on how everything is wearing before I go wipe it all off and go get in the bath. So yeah, bye. So this is my finished makeup look. I hope that you enjoyed this kind of like tutorial review kind of thing. Let me know if you made it all the way to the end of the video by putting like a pink heart in the comments. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.